All right, everybody, it's Friday again. Luxury furniture is up, and it's time for another installment of ESO Housing Open and Honest, where the houses we're looking at are open and our opinions are pretty much honest. I'm Wonder Boy, and I am joined once again by my ever delightful What Else Overlord. I was going to say sidekick, but then I remembered that I, in fact, is sidekick. Hetera Thais. And we are looking today at a Daggerfall Overlook, which looks very promising.
Yep, first time in this one too for us, so we're going to be exploring it with you guys.
Yes, you're going into this mostly blind. So at the start here, I'm really digging the fire out of the mountain on the Vardenfell map.
That was pretty freaking smart.
I am not, however, digging the Dwarven Orrery in the ocean on the map. It's just not working for me.
Agreed.
I like the placement of the spider. I like the placement of the stone, especially because when you first enter, like the view you get of the spider, like that stone is like pretty much dead center on the spider and looks really cool.
Nice use of the fountain, I have to admit. It's not bad.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Set into the wall just a bit. Accented with the plants there. Dwarven clocks flanking it on either side.
Dwarven clocks are a little boring, if I've got to be honest, but I like the way that the fountain looks. I would have added some light, I reckon.
True. Yeah, could have used a little bit of light. This default non-movable fountain's got a nice lighting scheme with the dream shards in it, alternating every spot.
And I like that they put the little frogs there, even though one of the frogs is floating.
Oh, so it is. Yep, floating frog. I mean, at least he has wings. He needs to move him a little bit more, though, if he's going to be floating like that.
The only thing that I recommend if you're going to do one of the frogs is put it by a butterfly bush.
And reason for that recommendation?
Oh, just because, you've got more of the insects floating around. It's more lively, and it makes more sense when the insect actually comes out and he blows fire on it to eat it.
Fair enough. That's a good point. So I like how they've transformed this outer wall here from the default stone to hedges.
I agree.
These torches are bright. They work well.
Ooh, that's a hella dock down there.
That is a whole lot of dock. I mean, okay, I'm going to avoid the "what's up, doc" joke that I was just going to do.
Thanks.
Yeah, you're welcome.
That's what, like 30 to 40? That's a lot of, yeah.
Yeah. That's 30 is probably on the low side. Yeah, that's a lot of dock. I think we'll approach that from the basement. We'll hop out later, so we'll get a better look at that after.
That is a beautiful planter right there. I love they stacked more than enough plants to make it look pretty.
Yeah, that's really good. It actually, it really kind of looks like one plant to me, which I like.
You know what? That might actually only be two of them.
Yeah, it might be, but whatever it is, it really, really works. And it was a perfect hiding place for a wood elf. Not a lot going on with this little sitting area, but I do like that the chairs are placed in a way that suggests they were recently vacated.
Glad we're here at night. They did a good job with the dream shards and the statue.
Yep.
Although to get a good effect with the dream shards and statue, you need a minimum of 2, and 3 is ideal.
Yeah, I think they do have at least 2 in the statue, actually. I feel like they've got one either in his chest or in the hilt of the sword, and then I think they've got one down where his kneecaps would be, based on what I'm seeing here.
Maybe. I don't know. I think there might only be 1.
I don't think one's putting out that much light. Like,
Alright, well if there's 2, they weren't placed well.
I can deal with that. Horse and cart.
I mean, I love the stained glass. It's gorgeous. It's just I don't think that like you would put that gorgeous
In a
stained
barn.
glass in a barn. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you on that. Like, the stained glass just looks good because it's the stained glass, but it in a barn, really? I kind of feel like they just felt like that was the only like good space for it or something. I don't know.
I really hope.
I like
Carry on.
that the signs are well hung. Frequently we see those signs floating, the blacksmith and woodworking signs. I like the posts with the lanterns hanging. I like the fact that they're believable.
Things are placed very well so far too. I don't really see any major issues.
Yep, I agree. I haven't seen... Yeah, I don't think we've seen a single... Well, you know, we say that, and then I really, looking at it, I don't like how this piece of counter is placed. I mean, granted, the ground is uneven, and it's... I mean, it would probably look worse placed, like, the way it theoretically should be. It probably should be sank into the ground a bit.
And those are very weird choices for, I don't know if camels and guars and kagoutis get along together.
I'm thinking that at the very least, guars and kagoutis do not get along together. There's probably an ESO lore geek out there who can like confirm that for us, but I'm totally thinking that the kagouti would just gore the guar, and they both would just laugh at the camel because camels just run so funny.
The camel is surprisingly small, or is that just me?
It does feel smaller than I remember camels being, but it can't possibly be a smaller camel. Like, the camels only come in one size in this game. So it's not like it's sank into the ground, it's all there.
Huh.
It might be, because I don't know about you, but like recently I've seen more of the wild hunt camel, which kind of gives the appearance of being larger with like the kind of horns and everything. I don't know. That might be skewing my perception. I can't speak for yours.
Not sure. There's not much going on up here.
No.
Spent a lot of time putting all those dream shards up there. But yeah.
The dream shards look nice up there, and a little bit of ivy's nice, but then the rest of this is just kind of busted. Like, literally 6 busts and a couple other things.
They have some floating busts.
Oh, busted busts.
They needed some double-sided tape.
To help with their bust?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. I feel like I've heard a similar thing about this on last week's episodes. Episode, not episodes. I can't speak words sometimes. Alright, I think we're ready to go inside.
gosh, I hate monkeys. Like, I mean, not specifically like the game monkeys. I literally hate primates. So, and
That's fair. This guy's hanging out, playing with a ball of yarn. I believe, if I'm remembering my colors, that is the Khajiit Ponders here.
oh, the rare one.
The rare one that does not come from the quest, but comes from stolen stuff. So yeah, if you want the kind of light orange as opposed to the red ball of yarn, you can steal that from thieves in Vardenfell. One of the best thieves to steal from is the one that's actually right above the Outlaws Refuge in Vivek. I'm digging the Cragloin Tapestry and the Sword Braziers.
I agree. I do like this entryway. I like it. This area over here is beautiful. But the Candle of Silence on the other side, there's one that's really floating.
Yeah,
Plus,
it's hard to be silent about that level of float.
plus, don't put like leaky, waxy candles on a really nice Persian rug. I'm sorry, a Redguard rug.
Yeah, don't ruin your carpet, people.
But then again, if you're willing to have a monkey in your house, you obviously don't give a fuck about sanitary take care of your rugs.
That's true. That's poop's just gonna be everywhere anyway. I do not like how light is coming through this wall from the other room. That's not really something that can be helped a whole lot. But if Zos is watching, would you please make it so that light doesn't pass through solid objects? Thanks. Although I say that, and then we really like hiding lights and statues, and we like the way that works. So
yeah.
On second thought, make it so it doesn't pass through walls. Leave the other solid objects alone. Holy giant plants in jar things. I like them, but they are huge.
Yeah, I really dig them. And they actually remind me of a lot of some of the plants you can get and grow in your own house in real life.
True. If you've got enough vertical space, anyway. I mean, this is like Jack and the Beanstalk here. Now this is really cool.
I agree. And they did my planner. I wonder where they got that. And if they came up with it all by themselves, congratulations.
I know whose house this is, and I know you know the person, and I'm not going to tell you. And I don't remember if they came up with it before you or not. But there's definitely some overlap of idea anyhow, whether it was individually done or not. But yeah, this room just really works all together, like thematically, like having your like magic crafting stations in here, the enchanting and the alchemy, and just like it's everything. It's beautiful. Like it's really, really nice. The only thing I'm really kind of not on board with are these shelves with plants on them right here. Well, not even shelves, like barrel racks. I mean, we've got like floating plants, like it's just kind of weird.
Yeah, well, the whole thing, if you're going to make it, like, if you're going to use the barrel racks and everything else, you've got to make them high enough that you can't tell that they're just in wood. Like, these mushrooms are just growing on a counter.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, if that counter were a bit rotted,
they would actually grow. That's a good point.
Yeah. So.
But flowers will not grow there.
Yeah. But it looks nice.
It is. It's gorgeous. Just being nitpicky.
That's okay. We're allowed to be nitpicky. That's the honest part of this.
And the blood vial is floating.
Ooh. Yeah. That is truly vile. Honestly, even if that weren't floating, I'm not okay with that standing up. You know what I mean? Like, you cannot make that stand up like that. That is not natural. That is not how physics works. No, cannot do this. Cannot be done. Do not pass go. Do not collect our praise.
Agreed.
I'm not so sure, fire safety wise, the proximity of those books to that candle on the shelves there.
Right.
I'm thinking that's. This whole room is going up in flames, is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that end book falls over. If that candle doesn't light that book on fire, the book knocks the candle off onto the floor or onto the enchanting table, lights that on fire, the carpet on fire, the vines go up. This entire room just goes up in smoke. And I'm thinking everybody within a 20-mile radius starts feeling very nice because there's a lot of flames in here.
Well, plus the fact that I would never have open flames in a house with a monkey in it.
That is a very good point. Yeah, open flames and a monkey is, by all accounts, a recipe for disaster.
Oh, the other thing I have to nitpick is these signs up here are very badly hung. I mean, they're in the wall, but they're very crooked.
And they're not, like, even with each other either. Like, one is set
Hence the
further back.
crooked part.
I thought you were talking, like, slanted, because, like, one of them's, like, totally, like, slanted, like, crooked. And then, like, they're also...
Go home, sign, you're drunk.
Ooh. I like this throne area.
I dig. Although, if I had to pick another pot, I would use the purple funerary urn for this area. Switch it out. It'll work way better.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with you on that one. I'm also not 100% sold on using all 4 Daedric Skull Thrones, but I'm not sold.
I'm cool with it. I'm alright with it. Just switch that pot out with the funerary urn and do the bat blooms instead. And then you will have a much better theme going right here.
That's fair. I like what they did with these serpent bear things and the dream shards.
I agree. I still like what I did with them the most.
I would also
but
agree.
I do like it.
And for those of you that don't know what she did with it, please check out the video, the totally transformed Telgalen Tower with Hetera. Really awesome place. If you have not already seen it, please check out that video. I will put that video in the link at the end of this video as well. So if you haven't already seen it, please do check that out. She did a lot of cool stuff there. Anyway, so that was the shameless plug for my Wood Elf Overlord decorating goddess person. Anyways, continuing on with our tour of this house here.
How are the paintings? Because so far they look good.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure this person is a person I've harped on about paintings in the past, so I am going to be very disappointed if I see any sort of like float going on with the paintings. But we'll see. Their
plan over here is not right.
Nope. Floating.
And I personally like it if you put it further in, so the foliage is just at the top.
Yeah, I agree. And it's also not like centered, and then like I said too, like it's floating. The jar is totally floating.
Yeah, and you need way more light in here. That Breton thing hanging up there is not cutting it.
I honestly, I just hate that lamp altogether. Like I do not.
Oh my god, I love the lamp. It's very specific. You have to really make sure that you use it in the right spot, and then it looks amazing.
I'm sure it does, but I've yet to find a place that I actually like that lamp.
When we're done with this video, I'm taking you to my one place and showing it to you.
Alright, fine. You can convert me. Make me a believer in the lamp. If I rub it,
maybe I'll let you rub it.
I would rub your lamp any day.
Moving on.
Moving on. Yes, that was a little much. Anyways, sorry about that, guys. Yeah. So I don't like the placement on this sword brazier, like right above the door.
I agree. What I am salty about is you get one little bowl of dye and it's green and it's small and you just get one. And like, if you're gonna give us one, why didn't that achievement vendor have like every color?
Mm-hmm. Or like if what they could do is what if they had like a tunable dye pots, right? So like you buy the thing and then you go to a dye station and you can like change it to any color you currently have.
Oh, that's the greatest idea.
Yeah, like they could totally do it.
Genius.
Yeah, so like in my opinion, that's what they should do. We need a tunable dye pots.
All right, somebody make a forum post about that, the new housing forum section on ESO, and if nobody gets around to it, I will try to make one, because that's actually a hella good idea.
See, I'm useful sometimes. And you could even make them for writ vouchers. People would totally buy them. Like, just don't make
crowns.
Or crowns. Yes, make us pay money. Just don't make them ridiculously priced, please, because it would be cool, but it wouldn't be that cool.
It wouldn't be 4,000 for a Mundus Stone cool.
No, definitely not.
I like this area. I do. I like the rugs, the different rugs. I'm all about making like random rugs. If you're gonna be able to make rugs, just make random rugs. It's cool.
Yeah, I'm with you on that, and I like that the pillows over here are nicely placed. Well, I say that, and then I look closer, and then this pillow is totally not placed well. So there I go, eating my own words. Yeah, that pillow sucks. So a couple decently placed pillows, and then one that sucks. So heading on into this room here, which I like that they didn't go with just the bedroom in here, because like this is like just always like the bedroom in everybody's Daggerfall house, and myself included, so I'm not like, I'm totally guilty of it. But I like that they did some books in here too, and a couple stands. Paintings are placed well. Nothing really exciting going on in here, however. It's all Breton. It's very default feeling.
Mm-hmm. I'm going down to the basement.
I'm gonna go there quicker.
So help me God if it's a torture chamber.
It is totally a torture chamber. A very pretty looking torture chamber. This little area is pretty good.
I like this area.
Yeah.
Stuff is hung well. Bravo.
Big old slab of meat on the grill. Another lamp that I'm still not a believer in.
Although I will say that it's the wrong kind of meat to have on that because it's cured, so you would not put it on a grill.
That's an excellent point, and almost too knowledgeable and too observant. But yeah, you're absolutely right. You wouldn't grill something that's been cured. We do have a case right here where we've got the back of a trophy popping out the wall, which just looks terrible. So that's something that'll need fixing if the person happens to watch this video. What is going on? This cart, I do not like the way this cart is placed. Maybe? No. Nope. Not buying it. This cart's not placed well.
Well, yeah, no.
I see what they're trying to do, but they haven't done it. Like, if the handles were against the wall back there, like, maybe it works.
No, because that
has a hinge. You're right. Yeah, it does not.
The hinge on the bottom is not to rest, it's to open it up. So it's not built like that. That'd be like if you got a pickup truck, and you open the back and then you like lean it against the garage.
Yeah, I agree. It does not work. I do, however, like the general placement of the trophies on the wall here. Like the variance and the height, and they've alternated like the small and the large ones kind of strategically. I probably would have separated the two spider heads myself, but That's just a matter of preference, I think.
I have to admit, these are placed very, very well. Like, really, really well. I'm highly impressed.
I really like that because it transforms them while still maintaining like the same function. Because now
those are genius.
Mm-hmm. I think the tongs here on the it's interesting. Like,
I agree. I didn't even notice, but I agree.
Like the implication that someone's sitting in there and probably getting like their friggin' like teeth pulled out or fingers plucked off or something. It's fun to think about. Not that I think that kind of thing's fun or anything, but you know, I'm not so sure how I feel about the skeleton on the wall. Visually, I like it. Trying to figure out.
Maybe they use double-sided tape.
Damn you and your double-sided tape. But why not? Let's go with the double-sided tape. I mean they do visually work, and like I guess I don't know, double-sided tape.
So I've been thinking with those, I would love to make like an archaeological dig site with the skeletons now.
That would be pretty cool, I'm thinking. I think I like I like the stream shard above or the crimson moon shard above that. I think I like it. I think it needs to be a little better centered though. Like,
right.
Yeah.
And this is floating.
Yeah. Yes, it is. Is there any way we could justify that with double-sided tape? Like, I mean, the back part of this bottom back here is almost touching. Could there be a thick layer of
that's like
absurdly strong?
That is Nicki Minaj strength. Double-sided tape right there.
Yeah, I don't think so.
And this is floating too.
Yep. Yes, it is. I have to give it to you. That is definitely floating.
But it's a good room. I do actually dig this room. It's a nice room. But it is a torture chamber, and you know, it is Daggerfall Overlook, and
very predictable basic use of the room, but done quite a bit differently than we typically would see. So kudos on the different on the doing the same thing everybody else does. Did you start out swimming when you came out here?
Like, sort of.
Yeah, it's like I had to like jump up.
I did a little hop.
Yeah. Nice. We got like a little like fish market stand here.
Placement's pretty good. I do have a sand dollar floating just a bit over here.
Yeah, we've got the sponge over here is floating as well. So that's two things. So that's not as good as initially thought. That sand dollar.
Oh, your red guard grill is floating.
Red guard grill. Yep. Definitely floating.
I hope they fix these lights soon, so they go back to swinging.
Yeah, that would be ideal. So yeah, we've got the anchor's chilling out here, and this is floating, and Yeah. Overall, like, I feel like this dock is maybe like larger than it needs to be.
It's way larger than it needs to be because
Yeah.
the several details you can add by shrinking it down a bit because it's a damn good dock. I love this little fishing area right here. It's adorable. I love that they made a 6-pack bottle. Like, it's awesome. Just a couple more details by cutting that deck down would really make a difference.
Yeah, I definitely agree. They definitely have some nice things. Yeah, cut the space down, add a little more detail. Yeah, overall though, it's a pretty nice house.
It's a darn good house. I like it.
Yeah.
There's a couple boring spots, but there was a few really good ideas.
Yeah, really dig the alchemy and enchanting room. Aside from the fire hazard.
And the monkey.
And yes, the monkey, of course. There was a couple instances of double-sided tape, but I guess we're okay with that now, since that's a thing since last week's episode. You can hold all sorts of things in together or on with double-sided tape. Yeah, I don't think I have anything more to say. How about you?
I do not.
Alright, well, thank you everybody for watching, or at least watching the ending of this video to hear this closing message. And we will see you again next week at the same time the luxury vendor pops up. Have a great week.